Geno Pettis Adventures. I'm still Geno, still my adventures. And this is the first day of the rest of your life. And we have an interview today, but after the interview, if you want to call me, 505-501-8889. And we have a gentleman here from where?
Delray Beach, Florida.
Delray Beach, Florida. I want to say Delray Beach somewhere else, but there's a Delray Beach in California. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Delray Beach, Miami. And he showed up yesterday, and so we're going to talk to James about his trip. How's it going, James?
Very well, thank you.
You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jimmie, or Jaime en inglés es Jaime Rosas. Mi nombre español. And originally from Brooklyn, New York, and I live in Florida for now 20 years. And I'm glad to be here.
So tell me your story. How'd you find me?
Oh, you're a star on YouTube. A star. I've seen every one of your videos, and let me tell you something. You're the most open guy on this earth and on YouTube. You are salt of the earth.
Thank you. You give me a big head, Jimmy.
It's true. It's true. Everything that you do on your videos shows that you're a real human being.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. That's the whole point. I mean, I try to be, because there's a lot of balderdash on the internet, as you well know, and I try to be straight up about it. So, how long did it take you before you decided you wanted to come down?
Well, you know, I realized that the cost of living for people on fixed incomes is not good, especially when it comes to real estate, when it comes to rent and owning homes. So I was put in a situation where I'm probably being forced out of my apartment and my rent is going to go up considerably. So I was looking for an option, and to be honest with you, there's no options in the U.S. anymore.
Okay.
So for people on fixed incomes, their pensions and their Social Security is not going to coincide with the raises.
That's not getting much better either, is it?
No, not at all.
Oh.
So my options were to look elsewhere. You know, and I looked at Thailand and Vietnam, but it's too far, and it's too hot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I started looking at what was closest to the U.S. as far as travel is concerned, because I still have family in the U.S. So I realized that Central and South America was a good option. So I looked at all the options, Ecuador, Panama, and I found Colombia to have the cheapest cost of living, and it's a beautiful country.
Excellent, excellent. So you're kind of down here on a fact-finding mission?
Actually, it's more of a mission to see how I fit in Colombia.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's very important. That's very important.
It's a good fit for me. You know, right now I'm in San Hill, and hopefully I'll be going elsewhere. And I want to see, you know, I want to improve my Spanish and see how well I can adapt to a different culture.
Okay. Well, what you need to know, people, too, is that Jimmy speaks pretty good Spanish. I mean, I think he can pretty much already defend himself, and you know, it's not perfect, and no, it's not perfect, but he handles himself very well. So that would be, you would give somebody advice to learn a bit of Spanish?
I mean, look, if your Spanish is so-so and people are going to be speaking rapidly, you know, you're going to go, but eventually you'll pick it up.
Okay.
And the more you speak, the more you listen, the easier it becomes.
So how was the actual trip from your house to, where did you leave, Miami or Fort Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale.
And what'd you fly on?
Spirit.
Oh, God bless Spirit. God bless.
And Spirit, let me tell you something about Spirit. The seats are terrible, and everything costs more money.
Yeah.
So you think you're getting a cheap flight?
Well, it is cheap as long as you don't bring anything.
Or pay for any upgrades.
Yeah, or buy water.
But the flight itself, we got to Bucaramanga early. The flight was good. Actually, the people on the plane were very nice, considering the fact that nobody spoke English.
Yeah.
But I communicated with the people in the plane, and I had no problems.
So, I had a question for you, and it just left me. Tell us about, you said that you bought an upgrade. You told me you bought an upgrade to get you through the airport, get you through customs, get you through all that. How did that work for you? Tell us about that.
I was standing on a line, and I realized when I got to Fort Lauderdale that every flight to every city is done by Spirit Airlines. So the line must have been about 3 hours wait to get online.
Oh, wow.
So there was a woman at the end of the line, and I asked her, is there any way to get express check-in?
Uh-huh.
And she told me, she said, for $50, I'll get you through the whole thing, and that's what she did.
Awesome. So did it get you right to your gate?
Got me right. She went right to the gate with me, walked to the gate with me, went through security with me, and took me to the gate.
Awesome. Awesome.
So it was worth the $50, but Geno will tell you, there's ways to do it without paying the $50.
Yeah, you can if you. I mean, I'm an old guy. I'm not as old. Yeah, I am as old as Jimmie. As a matter of fact, I'm older than Jimmie. But I get a wheelchair, and you give you the same service and don't charge you, and they actually give you a ride. You don't have to walk, because there for a while I couldn't walk, but now I can. But I still ride the wheelchair because they get you through the Miami airport, they get you through the Fort Lauderdale customs. It's pretty awesome. So Jimmie's way works, and so does mine. So how was customs when you got here?
Oh, customs. Actually, our flight was the only one that arrived at Bucaramanga. So everybody who got off the plane had to go through customs. And I was on a preference line. The only people ahead of me were young people with small children and babies. And then I got through it, and there was no problem.
See, that's what people don't understand here, and they sometimes don't even get it. But if you're a senior citizen, you got a special line.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't throw you in the back of the bus. They give you a special line, and it's quite nice. So anyway, we picked Jimmie up at the airport about 1:30.
Yeah.
And what did we do before we left the airport?
Well, we stopped, and I was able to exchange my... What were we talking about?
You're talking about what you did after we got you...
Oh, I had to exchange my dollars into pesos, so I went to an ATM, and I exchanged into pesos, which was an easy...
What'd you go to the ATM instead of the money changer?
Well, the money changer charges more interest.
Yeah, gives you less dollars for less bang for the buck.
And bottom line is, you want as much as you can for your American money.
Sure. So then, how did the trip progress?
Oh, it was great. We got into Geno's car, and we took the scenic route into Sound Hill.
It's the only route.
The only route. But the way it looked was so beautiful. The mountains, the going through the Mocha Chica Canyon.
Chicamocha.
Chicamocha, sorry.
Chicamocha.
The Chicamocha Canyon.
And El Pescadero is the curvy part.
But and it was beautiful. New goats on the side of the road. It was just a lovely, beautiful place. I mean, coming from Florida, which is flat, there's nothing there. It was just amazing. I mean, it's such a beautiful country. And, we stopped for coffee, and, that was a long ride. And let me tell you something. Geno handled the traffic really, really well. I mean, to get around these curves, going up and down the mountains and dealing with the trucks and everything,
How long a ride was it about, Jimmy?
What, 3 hours?
3.5 hours?
Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's, let me tell you something. Geno could run a driving school for Americans here in this country.
Yeah, well, you know, the way I look at it is when I was 18, I always wanted to drive like that, but there were too many police around. And here, there's no rules. So you can just, as long as you're safe, drive fast.
But I tell you something, it can be hair-raising.
Yes, it can. So, what do you think about the hotel that we brought you to?
This hotel is nice, and don't forget, you know, the prices here. I had a nice breakfast, and it has Wi-Fi and a hot water shower and a beautiful room. I mean, you can't ask for more for the price.
We're talking about, less than $30.
Yeah.
Less than $30, about like $22, $23 a night.
And for those of you who want to go cheaper, there's hostels where you can pay, what, $8, $10?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, good. Well, Jimmy, then this is just the start. We'll make a couple more of these because we start the tour tomorrow, and we'll let Jimmie rest for a day, get you know, jet lag and that whole thing, and Cañón Chicamocha lag, traffic lag. So tomorrow we'll have him out and about.
And check it out. The scenery is gorgeous and worth looking at this video.
So thank you, guys. Thank you, Jimmie.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. And like I always say, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Call me, 505-501-8889. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And obviously, Mr. Jimmie changed something because he's here and I'm touring him around. So God bless you guys, and we will see you